much for joining me today. Today I'll be sharing with you my Nintendo Switch collection so far. But first, before we begin the video, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. I really would appreciate it. And at the end of the video, if you enjoyed the video, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I love reading your guys' comments, so please leave a comment. I love reading those. What's your favorite Switch game that you're playing right now? I'd love to hear it. Or maybe a Switch game that you aren't enjoying right now. I'd love to hear that as well. All right, so let's get started. So the very first game you see here on the screen is one that I purchased actually not too long ago. I think it was about a week ago, and it's the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order. And this one is a super fun game. It's a role-playing game, and you get to be whichever Marvel character that you would like to be. It's a ton of fun. I loved playing Marvel Alliance 2 on PlayStation 3, I believe it was. It was such a fun game, and to have it on Switch is just awesome and amazing. And I'm so glad that I purchased this one. There's the back of it there for you for some more shots of gameplay. But yeah, just a great game overall. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're not a Marvel fan, it's a fun game. The next game I have in my collection is a classic. I love playing this game on every and any platform. I love it. I think it's so much fun, and that is Mortal Kombat. Love it, love it, love it. You have to have it in your collection. And like I said, I like playing this on any platform, and I do have it on many other platforms, but there's the Switch version there. The next game in my Nintendo Switch collection is, of course, one that everybody has to have. You have to have at least one Final Fantasy in your collection, and this one is the Zodiac Age. And I haven't played too much of this. I've played, if I had to guess, I've played maybe an hour to 2 hours. I haven't really gone too much into this game, so I can't give it a 100% if I like it, don't like it type of thing. I think you have to be a Final Fantasy fan to appreciate these games, and I do like them. I've played them on different platforms once again, but like I said, I've only played about an hour to 2 hours, so I'm not fully invested in it yet, so I'll have to get back to you on a better review on it. And the next game I have in my collection is one of my favorites right now. I love playing this game. It is a ton of fun, and that is South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I love this game. I love that you can create your own character and make it look like you. I just love that. It puts you in the game. It's a ton of fun. If you love the show, you'll love this game, and it is a blast. And I would have to say I'm almost done. I'm not at the very end, but I'm getting towards the end, because like I said, once I start playing this, I can't put it down. It's just been a ton of fun. And once you're a character and you're in that South Park setting and you're one of them, it is so much fun to play. Everybody has to try it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. I love it. And the next game that I have in my collection is Immortals: Phoenix Rising. And I actually purchased this one, I believe it was on Black Friday last year, and it was a super great deal. I think it was only about $20 or $25. So that's why I purchased it. At that time, I didn't know too much about it. I'm about halfway through this game, and actually it's very stunning. It's a beautiful looking game, and the gameplay is actually not too bad. It's not that hard. And but yeah, visually stunning game. It's really good. If you can get this one at a good price, definitely pick it up. It's a fun game. I enjoy playing it. And the next two games I have in my Nintendo Switch collection, I actually just put them both on because they're both Zelda games. So I thought I'd just do them both at the same time. You definitely need to have a Zelda game in your Switch collection as well. So I have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword, of course. So two favorites, especially Breath of the Wild. Awesome game. They're both awesome. I love playing Zelda games. They're a ton of fun. And for me, I find them actually quite easy. Not super easy, but for me, they're actually not too bad to play. So yeah, I find them a lot of fun, visually stunning once again, and you can't go wrong with the Zelda games in your collection. And there's the back of those ones, if you'd like to take a look at those. But yeah, you have to have Zelda in your collection. And the next one is another game that I love playing. It's one of my favorites. It's Hyrule Warriors. And this one here is kind of an offset of the Zelda games. And yeah, it's a ton of fun. Once again, for not being a pro gamer, which I am not. So I do tend to look for kind of the easier games to play. And this one, once again, is a little bit on the easier side to play for myself. So, and I just love it. I love going around and just causing havoc and fighting and just going and using my sword and fighting in that. It's a lot of fun. So I love these kind of games. And yeah, so definitely one to have in your collection. I believe it is one of the popular ones as well, but yeah, tons of fun. Love this game. And another game in my collection that I could not resist buying, that I have on tons of other platforms, but of course I had to buy it on the Nintendo Switch because I love this game. It is so much fun, and that's the Catamary Reroll. I love this game. It's so much fun just going, picking up stuff, rolling around, trying to get as many items as you can, and then sometimes when you bump into things, you lose stuff, and then you have to go back and get it again. And yeah, so it's a ton of fun. I find it kind of relaxing in a way if I'm kind of had a stressful day at work, and you know, you come home and you put this on, and it's just a way to de-stress too. I just find it, you know, kind of calming as well. It's one of my favorites. Like I said, I have it on a ton of other platforms. And the next couple of games in my collection are a couple of sport games. And I purchased this one. This one was another deal, I believe, on Black Friday, or it might have even been Boxing Day here in Canada. And it's just the Tokyo 2020 games. And I believe there's about 8 different sports that you can play in this one. And it's just your typical Olympic games is basically what it is, with your, you know, your track and field and your swimming and that. So it's a lot of fun. It's just one that you kind of put in, play a couple of sporting events, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, I believe I got it on a deal, and I think it was on sale for $30, I think it was. So had to pick it up. It's just, you know, a sport game that you can kind of throw on, have some fun, do a running game, you know, do track and field, have a sprint, or do swimming, or whatever you want to do. But you have to have at least, I think, at least one Olympic game in your Nintendo Switch collection. And another game that actually I picked up for really cheap at the pawn store one day, and it's just an older game. It's FIFA 19, and I believe I paid like $8 for this. It was a super great deal. It's in excellent condition, and yeah, not much to say about that. It's a soccer game, FIFA soccer, tons of fun. I love playing the soccer games, and yeah, it's fun to play, easy to play. And yeah, so I enjoy the soccer games, and it was such a great deal. I couldn't pass it up, so I added it to my collection. Before we get to all the Mario games, I thought I would show you one other game that I have in my collection, and it is Burger Time Party. Now, as a younger kid, my favorite game, and I think I would have to say my favorite game of all time, retro favorite game of all time, would probably be Burger Time on Intellivision. So when I seen that it came out on Nintendo Switch, I had to have it. However, it is very, very different than the Intellivision version. I do enjoy the Intellivision version a lot better than this one. I found this one, it took a while before it was kind of out of that kids type of a game. It's the first few levels are extremely easy. So yeah, if somebody is just starting out with video games, it's a great game to start off with, because like I said, the first few levels are super easy. It does get a little bit more challenging throughout the game. However, yeah, it is quite easy, but definitely not like the original game. I was kind of disappointed in that, because that was my favorite version of the game and favorite way of playing the game. However, this one isn't that bad. And I'm glad I have it in my collection. I do pop it in once in a blue moon. I'll pop it in and play it. Like I said, it's not like the original, but it is still fun. And yeah, if you're just starting off with games and just trying them out, this is a great game just for beginners. It's really good, but it is a lot of fun, and it does get challenging eventually. So don't give up on it. It is easy, but it does get challenging. So don't give up on it, but a great beginner game as well. So burger time party. And the next few games that I'll be showing you are my Mario games. So let's start off with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This one is a ton of fun, especially if you're online with your Nintendo Switch and you get to play this online. It is a ton of fun playing against different people and battling it out. It is a blast. So this is a must on your Nintendo Switch. I'm so glad I purchased this and added it to my collection because it is a ton of fun, especially the online mode. And the next game in my collection is Luigis Mansion 3. This is a definite purchase for your Nintendo Switch. I believe it's an extremely popular game, and I haven't heard anyone that's played this game that have not liked it. Everybody just loves it. A lot of people say that this is their favorite game and they just love it. But yeah, it is a blast. It's awesome. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you definitely have to get it. It's a ton of fun, just like the original ones. But yeah, what can you say about Luigi's Mansion? It's an awesome game and it's a must-have. And the next game I have in my collection is, of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Once again, this is another one. If you can get online and play this online, it is a blast going against and competing against other people around the world. It is a total fun. I think the best that I've ever done is got second. I don't think I've ever come in first, but it's a ton of fun. It's a must-have in your collection, a must-have in my collection. And yeah, what can you say about that? But yeah, if you can play it online, it is a blast playing it against different people. And you can pick, of course, your different cars, your different characters, and that. It's a ton of fun and definitely a must-have. And last but not least in my Nintendo Switch collection so far is, of course, probably the #1 game on the Nintendo Switch that everybody raves and loves, and because it is awesome, it's Super Mario Odyssey. This is a definite must-have in your collection. It is a newer type of Mario game. It is super fun. It's just awesome. The different levels and that, it's a must-have. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you have to get this game. It is, like I said, everyone is ranting and raving about it. They just love it. It gets high scores. Everybody gives it, great reviews. I don't think I've ever seen a bad review on it, and it is a definite must-have in your collection. It was a definite in my collection. Tons of fun. Finished playing the whole game, and it is amazing, must-have from start to finish. It was awesome. So you must love the different scenes, the scenery, the scenes. It's just a different, it's Mario, but it's a different type of Mario. You have to play it. So make sure you add that one to your Nintendo Switch collection. I also wanted to mention that I did have Sonic Mania in my collection, but I ended up selling it because it was way too hard. So that is it for my Nintendo Switch collection so far. I'm constantly collecting. I'm constantly looking for deals and looking for more exciting and fun games to add to my collection. If you've got a favorite that you love and you'd love to, tell me about it, and maybe I'll purchase it in the future when I do a part 2 of this, once I get some more games, leave it in the comments below and let me know what your favorite game is, or maybe a game I should look out for. And I would love to hear from you. And once again, please hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already to the channel. And if you are, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And also check out some of my other videos. I've got other collections. I've got thrifting, dollar store read-alouds, everything and anything. So make sure you check out some of my other videos that'll be appearing on the screen here right away. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next adventure.